Hey everyone, Katrina here, and today we're going to discuss how to solve the derivative of x to the power of x. Be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this. Okay, so this is a really neat math problem that we're going to be tackling today. We've seen some other videos where we've calculated the derivatives using various different rules. But today we're going to explore this new concept of how can we take the derivative of x to the power of x. This is an interesting case because we have a variable as our denominator and we also have another variable as our exponent. So our traditional techniques aren't going to work exactly in the way that we think. So for this one, we have to use a few techniques all combined together. So be sure to watch this whole video to see the process. Okay, so let's start by looking at the first step. So we're going to just rewrite this now as y equals to x to the power of x. And now we have something clean that we can take the derivative of. So the first step here is we're going to be using our logarithmic rules. Be sure to check out my logs video if you need some refreshments here. So what we're going to do here is we are going to take the natural log or ln of both sides of the equation. As a result, we have ln y equals to ln x to the power of x. And the reason why we do this is because it allows us to take our exponent here and bring it over to the beginning as our coefficient. That's one of the great rules about logs. So here, as a result, we have ln y equals to x ln x. This is really great because now we don't have anything left in the exponent and we can take the derivative of this right away. However, now we have to think about what's going on. So we have our dependent variable y here trapped, I guess, within the guise of a ln. So how are we going to take the derivative of this explicitly? Well, the answer is we can't. We have to use what's called implicit differentiation here. So I have a few videos out on implicit differentiation, so be sure to check those out if you need more background there. So essentially, implicit differentiation is used when y is not explicitly defined, meaning that it is implicitly defined within our functions. So we see that y is stuck with our ln, meaning that it's implicitly defined. So we're going to go through the steps of implicit differentiation here. So for implicit differentiation, we now have to take the derivative of both sides of the equation with respect to x. As a result, now we have d over dx in front of our ln y, and then this equals to d over dx of our x ln x. Okay, so following our implicit differentiation, starting on our left-hand side, the derivative of ln x would be 1 over x. So here we're going to write 1 over y because it's with respect to y. And again, since we're differentiating with respect to x, by implicit differentiation, we now have to multiply this term by dy over dx. So that means that we're kind of by chain rule now taking the derivative of our y with respect to our x. Onto the left-hand side, it's a little bit more straightforward. We have two terms here. We have x multiplied by ln x. So because of this, we have to use product rule, one of our main differentiation rules. So we can call our x our f and our ln x our g. So by product rule, the derivative here is f prime g plus g prime f. Okay, so looking at our equation here, the derivative of x equals to 1. Multiplied by g, which is our ln x, and now we do plus the derivative of g. Derivative of ln x equals to 1 over x, multiplied by f, which is our x. So let's take a second to clean this up. So we've got 1 over y times dy over dx equals to ln x plus 1. And it's plus 1 because these two x's cancel themselves out right over there. Okay, so what are we going to do next? Next, in order to solve this, we want to get rid of the y that's on this side. We don't want the y in the denominator. So as a result, we're going to multiply y by both sides on both sides of our equations. This allows the y's on the left-hand side to cancel out. As a result, we end up with dy over dx equals 2y times ln x plus 1. Okay, so we're almost there. Our dy over dx, this is equivalent to our y prime, which is the first derivative of y with respect to x. But what about this y over here? Well, if you recall our first step, in our problem, we had defined that y equals to x to the power of x. So now here, all we have to do is a direct substitution and put that right back in. So this gives us then dy over dx equals to x to the power of x multiplied by ln x plus 1. And there you go. That is the answer. So now you can say with confidence that you can take the derivative of x to the power of x. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this, comment any questions that you have below, and definitely like if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.